Good afternoon and welcome to Content Chat. I'm your host, Erika Heald, and today we are closing out our Content Foundations 12-week series with the final chapter, the conclusion, which is all about where do we go from here. For those of you who are watching on the LinkedIn live stream or the YouTube video, you'll notice I have my reading glasses on. And that's because, unlike the approach for the previous few weeks, this chapter is actually it's best just actually read to you. So for those of you who are not interested in storytime with Erika, go about your business. But for everyone else, I'm going to read the final chapter of Content Foundations where we wrap up everything I've been talking about over the past 11 weeks. All right, you've made it. You've explored the frameworks, examined the building blocks, and seen how governance can transform not just your content, but your business. Now you stand at the threshold of something powerful, the ability to scale with confidence, creativity, and clarity. This isn't about adding more to your already full plate. It's about replacing chaos with clarity, replacing random acts of content with repeatable wins, and building a system that works for you, whether you're a team of one or leading dozens. With your workflows mapped, your templates in place, your style guide alive and breathing, and your brand voice documented, you are now equipped to harness AI as a true creative partner, guiding it to produce on-brand, high-value work that supports your strategy, to extract maximum ROI from every piece of content through sustainable reuse and rapid derivative creation, to grow without burnout as your processes do the heavy lifting while you focus on strategy and innovation, and to stand out in a sea of sameness with a voice and presence that is unmistakably yours. Pretty cool, right? All just from reading the book. So the key wins. Now the tools are in your hands. The path is clear. The next step is to take everything you've learned and make it real, turning your governance framework into the engine that powers the next stage of your growth. For content creators and entrepreneurs, governance gives you control over your time and protects your creative energy. It frees you from the constant scramble, allowing you to focus on the ideas and formats that bring the greatest return. Start small. Apply your framework to a single content type. Document the process, use your templates, and distribute across channels. Watch how much smoother the work flows and how much farther each idea can travel. Key wins that you can expect: more time for creativity and less rework, clear processes for repurposing and amplifying content, a steady pipeline that supports growth, and the freedom to scale without losing your unique voice. With this foundation, you can steadily grow an audience, diversify your income streams, and build a business that supports your life instead of consuming it. For marketing leaders, you now have a blueprint to transform your team into a strategic, results-driven powerhouse. Governance creates consistency across every channel while empowering individuals to create confidently and autonomously. Pilot your framework on one campaign. Map every step from request to distribution, track those results, and use those wins to expand adoption. Key wins you can expect: reduced duplication of effort, faster turnaround times, fewer bottlenecks, smoother collaboration, and campaigns you can track and optimize with confidence. Over time, you'll build a marketing program that adapts to change without chaos and delivers measurable business impact at scale. For agency owners and consultants, with governance in your toolkit, you can offer clients more than creative execution. You can deliver a replicable, efficient content engine. Governance helps you align faster, reduce revisions, and provide a consistent client experience. Integrate governance into onboarding. Use intake forms, brand voice charts, and template libraries to accelerate alignment and build trust from the start. The key wins you can expect: faster client alignment, shorter ramp-up times, clearer guidelines that keep deliverables on target, fewer revision cycles, and stronger client satisfaction. Over time, this approach cements your reputation for both creativity and operational excellence, enabling you to scale your business without scaling your stress. The next stage of growth. Governance isn't the end of your content journey, it's the beginning of a new phase. With clarity and systems in place, you can build with intention, grow without burnout, and amplify your impact. The work ahead isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters with consistency, confidence, and creativity. The most beautifully designed governance framework won't make an impact if it sits ignored in a shared folder. To create real, lasting change, governance needs visible buy-in from leadership and from cross-functional collaborators. Different organizations require different paths to support. What works at a lean startup might flop in a matrixed enterprise. The following 4 models offer proven, flexible approaches for positioning governance as a strategic enabler, not just a content team initiative. Number 1 is the business case model. This is best for enterprise environments with formal approval processes. This approach frames governance as both a risk reduction strategy and a revenue efficiency opportunity. To build your case, anchor the pitch in metrics leadership already cares about: brand consistency, time to publish, campaign ROI, or compliance gaps. Walk through a clear before and after scenario. Highlight missed opportunities or inefficiencies caused by poor governance, and then model the time cost or reputational impact of resolving them. Use procurement-friendly language like standardization, workflow optimization, and risk mitigation. This model works best when presented alongside a business operations leader or project management office stakeholder, especially in organizations where cross-functional alignment is essential. Number 2 is the coalition model, best for small businesses and mission-driven teams. When centralized authority is limited or cultural buy-in matters more than top-down direction, start by building a governance coalition. Identify collaborators already affected by content chaos, brand, product communications, support, even sales enablement. Invite them into a lightweight working group to co-identify pain points and co-create early solutions. Position this as a time saver for them, not extra work. When people help shape the solution, they're far more likely to use it and to advocate for it across their teams. Number 3 is the pilot and prove model. This is best for change-resistant organizations or skeptical stakeholders. Sometimes the fastest way to gain support is to show, not tell. This model leverages quick wins as proof points. Select one high-volume or high-impact content type, like blog posts, customer emails, or video scripts, and apply governance selectively. Use templates, review checklists, or prompt guidance. Track improvements in speed, consistency, and quality, then package the outcomes as an internal case study to share with leadership and other teams. Once stakeholders see governance working in practice, they'll be far more open to a broader rollout. Number 4, the mandate match model. This is best for C-suite driven environments or major transformation initiatives. In moments of organizational change, such as scaling, integrating after mergers and acquisitions, or adopting new technologies, governance can be positioned as the operational glue. Tie your governance efforts directly to active leadership priorities. For example, quote, "We can't scale our content marketing without consistent templates and voice," end quote. Mirror the language executives are already using, whether that's AI readiness, process consolidation, or customer experience. And above all, position governance as a business enabler, not a compliance burden. This model works best when paired with visible progress updates and regular reporting aligned to executive dashboards. Pick the right model for your moment. Governance doesn't succeed through edicts. It earns traction through clarity, alignment, and empathy. Whether you're starting with a single template or proposing a full governance framework, one of these 4 models can help you secure support that sticks. Making governance stick. Even the most well-crafted governance framework won't make an impact if no one uses it. Adoption is not automatic, especially in environments where, quote, governance is often perceived as code for red tape, bureaucracy, or extra work. To embed governance into your culture and workflows, you must position it as an enabler, not an enforcer. The following 5 practices shift mindsets, create momentum, and ensure your systems don't just launch, but last. First, rebrand it. The word governance can sound restrictive, especially to creative teams. Instead of leading with policies and compliance, frame it as a system that makes everyone's job easier, a set of tools, templates, and clarity designed for smarter work. And language matters. Call it a content playbook, a voice and messaging toolkit, an efficiency framework, or even a creative enablement guide. When people see governance as support rather than constraint, adoption improves dramatically. Number 2, promote it. Governance won't stick if it lives in a static Notion page or a forgotten Google Doc. Promote its value visibly and repeatedly through internal channels. Highlight real results, such as shorter review cycles, faster time to publish, or fewer revision requests. Frame improvements with context. Even a 15% increase in content velocity can feel transformative when tied to business outcomes. Number 3, onboard it. Treat governance as a core part of onboarding, not an afterthought. Whether it's a new marketer, a freelancer, a sales team member, or a subject matter expert, every contributor should be equipped from day one with the brand voice guide, approved content templates, and submission checklists. By integrating governance early, you avoid bad habits and set contributors up for success. Number 4, share the wins. Governance doesn't just benefit the content team, it creates clarity and efficiency for cross-functional partners. Showcase examples where governance reduced subject matter expert review cycles, streamlined approvals, clarified expectations for internal contributors, or made outsourced work more on brand. When other teams feel the time savings and ease, they become your strongest advocates. And number 5, celebrate it. Recognition is a powerful reinforcement tool. When governance helps a campaign launch faster, or when an AI-assisted draft lands on brand because of strong voice guidelines, celebrate the success publicly. Spotlight the people who embraced the system and delivered results. Celebration turns governance into a source of pride, not obligation. From process to practice. Making governance stick isn't about compliance. It's about building shared understanding, reinforcing good habits, and sustaining momentum. Reframe it, promote it, embed it, celebrate it. That's how governance moves from a static framework to the fabric of daily work, from process to practice. Next steps for content creators and content entrepreneurs. In today's saturated digital landscape, I just had to do that. I couldn't resist. The content entrepreneur's greatest advantage is not simple creativity. It's the ability to create with intention, consistency, and scale. Robust documentation and streamlined processes aren't just, quote, nice to have. They are the foundation that enables you to harness AI effectively, unlock more value from every piece of content, and create a steady pipeline of sustainable revenue-generating work. By establishing a clear brand voice, defining repeatable workflows, building flexible content templates, and committing to consistent governance, you give yourself the freedom to grow without burning out or losing your unique voice. These frameworks are not bureaucracy, they're your multiplier. The data is clear. 1 in 3 creators wants to tap into new revenue streams, but 58% make less than $50,000 per year. That's from Deloitte. Top challenges including growing an audience, 32.9%, and finding enough time, or 14.4%, reported by Podia. The Tilt, in their most recent research, echoed those struggles with 63% struggling to grow an audience, 51% to get content found, and 46% to monetize. Creators aim to diversify income streams, 36%, grow channels, 22%, and reach new audiences, 16%. And that's the source for that is Antler. Many wish they could work fewer hours, 28.5 hours per week ideally, yet they're clocking 36.5 hours per week on average, and that's from the TILTS research. The opportunity is this: when you have scalable, documented systems, you can finally break the create more, work more cycle. You can grow your audience and income without adding endless hours to your week. You can reuse, repurpose, and reimagine content faster. And you can make AI work for you, not the other way around. As the flood of low-quality, scattershot content continues to rise, the creators who will thrive are those who lead with clarity, consistency, and strategic reuse. With these frameworks in place, you'll not only keep your business afloat, you'll chart a course for growth that is both profitable and sustainable. Next steps for content and marketing leaders. Scaling a marketing program in today's environment isn't about producing more content. It's about producing the right content consistently across every channel and team. Robust governance is the bridge between a well-written strategy and measurable results. Without it, even the most talented team can end up in a swirl of duplicated efforts, missed opportunities, and random acts of content. Workflows, templates, guidelines, and a documented brand voice aren't just operational tools. They're leadership tools. They give your team clarity, reduce approval bottlenecks, and ensure that every asset reinforces your brand story. They also make onboarding faster and allow you to leverage AI in a controlled, brand-safe way without diluting your voice or values. The payoff? Greater efficiency without burning out your people. Consistency across campaigns, markets, and languages. Measurable ROI from every asset in your library. And the ability to scale without sacrificing quality or brand trust. Your role as a marketing leader is to create the conditions for your team's best work. By investing in governance and scalable processes now, you're not just protecting the brand, you're building a growth engine that can adapt to changing market conditions and technologies. The leaders who succeed in the next wave of content marketing aren't those who simply do more with less. They're the ones who document, standardize, and empower, turning governance into a competitive advantage. Next steps for agency owners and consultants. For agencies and consultants, the real differentiator is not just delivering great creative. It's delivering repeatable, scalable success for your clients. And that's exactly what robust content governance makes possible. When you implement frameworks for workflows, templates, guidelines, and brand voice documentation, you don't just improve your internal efficiency, you increase client satisfaction and retention. You shorten ramp-up times, minimize rounds of revisions, and create a consistent experience for every client touchpoint. With AI in the mix, the stakes are even higher. Your clients need partners who can harness AI tools strategically, integrating them into a documented process that safeguards brand voice, ensures compliance, and still leaves room for human creativity. The benefits compound. Faster onboarding for new clients and team members, streamlined approvals and fewer delays, higher perceived value through process transparency, and the ability to upsell clients on scalable content packages and repurposing services. Agencies and consultants that adopt scalable governance aren't just selling deliverables. They're selling peace of mind, long-term impact, and the confidence that their clients' content investment will keep paying dividends. In a market where competition is fierce and budgets are scrutinized, your ability to offer both creativity and operational excellence will be your strongest selling point. And that's it. That's the final chapter in Content Foundations. So, if you haven't had a chance to pick up the book, if all of this resonates with you, if this is what you're trying to do, you can go ahead and you can order Content Foundations from contentfoundationsbook.com. If you're in the US, you'll be ordering that directly from me. You can also order it through Amazon if you're outside of the US in particular. That's going to be your best way to get it. And you can go to your favorite local bookstore or to bookshop.org and have them special order it for you because the book is available through Ingram Spark. So any of those ways you can get the book. And you can also have me come in and talk to your team about the elements I've outlined, all of the frameworks, all of the good stuff in the book. And that's it. Next week, we're going to be talking about the things that I've learned since writing the book and some of the things that I plan on adding to the next edition. So I hope you'll join me, same time, same bat channel, and